Today, we will be playing a popular and complicated game. This is a game in the Eurogame tradition, one of resource allocation, worker placement, and cooperation between players. It's based on the 20th century dairy wars between England, France, and Belgium, called Cream Capitalist. We will both attempt to outproduce the cream that the other is attempting to make. Would you like to hear the rules? I'm so excited to speak for a very long time!
Parker does indeed speak for a very long time, spending roughly 45 minutes going into excruciating detail about the different rules and sub-rules for each scenario, including the expansions which, as far as you can tell, aren't being used.
I'll play as Belgium, which has a +3 bonus to currency exchange, which means you can be either England or France. Which will you choose? Huh, that's definitely a bad move. In the Cream Capitalist Championships, England is well known to be at a disadvantage because of the cow wandering exploit. Think of the exploit! And I can confidently say that there will be none of this tomfoolery, getting my emotions all twisted up with your sexy situations. I will keep my emotions in check and my resources properly allocated. Begin!
Parker distributes the pieces, a 10-minute process. You receive 5 cards with various types of cream-making machinery on them, 6 bulk cooling tank pieces, 24 cream maker worker pieces, a pasteurization token, and 8 or 9 things you can only describe as shapes. It appears that Belgium has slightly different calculations governing the way that their workers are spawned. In fact, the Belgium player should prioritize exchanging currencies to create new cards rather than spawning new factories.
I'll go first so you can see how a turn usually goes. It consists of 5 phases.
Parker does a mathematical dance between placing workers, spawning new factories, and gathering new resources to then place again. Chits and chips fly through his fingers, and it serves to remind you just how well made the pieces really are.
That's my turn. I'm prioritizing fermentation technology, the last step in the cream-making process. Now you go.
You plug your resources into the slots to unlock fancier cream skimmer centrifuges. Soon, you'll be able to make cream faster than Parker.
That's all right. I have more than enough workers for the fermentation process, which you will suffer from.
The turn goes back to Parker, who spends 10 more minutes going through the 5 phases.
I've invested in new technologies. Once my factories are complete, my process will be airtight. Making cream will be a dream. Okay, I get the hint. I won't send any burglars your way.
You and Parker seem to be neck and neck in cream production and milk gathering. You've made it to the solstice season, where your respective countries' production will finally be scored. At turn 14, you see a critical opening. With great care, you have precisely enough resources to keep your factories humming along. And in the final turn, you ended up with 96 creamery points to Parker's 94.
Well done! You win! I can't outdo the Milkmaster. I will see you next time for our relationships. Ultimate dice roll.
After your last encounter, you're not entirely surprised to hear the friar's voice before you enter the kitchen. You are, however, surprised by the volume and tone of his voice, as well as the presence of two others. It seems there's a lively discussion going on when you enter.
There is no reason to raise your voices. We can speak like civilized devices.
I see right through you, Father!
Friar. Those who cannot handle progress and efficiency are doomed to oblivion and obscurity. It is perfectly natural to react to one's own obsolescence with anger.
You do your best to be quiet, but the moment your foot makes contact with the kitchen floor, 3 heads whip around to look at you.
You!
Yes, you, come here.
Adding another to your ranks will not help your cause.
Will you shut your goddamn fry hole for just 1 second?
We're obviously not going to settle this going around in circles like we've been. So, you're just in time.
I have only tried to educate these two on the sorry state of their souls.
Only? You're insulting the culinary arts and our entire existence.
It gets me real heated.
Before you came, I was educating these two misguided souls as to the state of their spiritual affairs. For a time, Stefan's way was the only way we all knew. Luke brought innovation in the form of eliminating oil, it's true, but his heat is unevenly applied, and if not wielded carefully, can dry out and destroy most anything.
I ain't about to let you speak for me.
Or me.
if you insist on spewing your lies, only do it quickly so we might return to the subject of salvation.
Deep breath, Luke. In and out. Trust me. Oh, there you are. Beautiful. Just like that.
I'm gonna go first, so I don't lose my goddamn cool and forget what I was gonna say.
Sure, buddy. Go ahead.
Look, microwaves, a real versatile tool. Time was, you couldn't enjoy a meal without wasting away over a hot stove. No offense, Stefan.
Some taken. But go on.
I revolutionized things. Housewives in the 70s could feed their families without so much hullabaloo. I can handle anything. You want it, you got it. Baking a potato, I got it. Boiling water, oh, I got that too. Nuking some dino nuggets or pizza rolls, I'm your microwave. Yeah. You see? That's what the hell I'm talking about. Hit a few buttons, beep, 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 and you're done. None of these highfalutin recipes or tricky techniques.
Disgusting. You must want better for yourself from here on.
Speak for your goddamn self, Friar.
Look, I think we all know microwaves have their uses. Even I can admit that. Even if I would never use one. But there will never be a replacement for the stove. Ever! Since the dawn of time, since man first learned to put flame to meat, there has always been a need for stoves. And there always will be. No matter what fancy gimmicks they come up with, there will never be a replacement for the good old-fashioned heat of a stove. For the versatility of pans and utensils one can use with the stove. Okay, so it takes a modicum of effort for the user. So you'll have to do dishes after. Is that all food has become to you? A series of inconvenience to be avoided?
Oh, now who's getting heated?
So, it takes a little effort. It's always worth it. Always.
I had thought you knew better. That you are used to something does not mean it is superior, or that it always must be the way forward.
No! The stovetop is eternal. They can invent 10,000 cooking gimmick machines. But no one's ever gonna invent anything that can top the stove.
Enough. Against my better judgment, I have allowed you both time enough to propagate your lies and blasphemies. Now, it is my time to speak.
Here we go.
Just give him a minute, Luke. He'll trip himself up.
There have been many culinary innovations over the history of mankind. Innovations that allowed man to take great steps forward and truly progress. The refrigerator, the food processor. But the microwave failed to solve the problem of fat needed to make food crispy and evenly heated. The stove might be what mankind has known for years, but it requires both fat and needless effort to transform food. But the power of convection eliminates the need for all these things. And unlike a convection oven, an air fryer distributes air over a much smaller area, cooking food much faster. Those dinosaur nuggets Mr. Nukem professes to make so well, I can make them better. Pizza rolls, I have perfected them. There is nothing those two can do that I cannot.
Damned lies!
You seriously believe this? This bullshit?
Hardly the ringing endorsement of the truth I should have heard, but it is a start.
Well, there might be some hope for you. But I'm not gonna argue you down. You wanna buff that friar's ego? That's your business.
We're done here.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go.
The path of righteousness and truth is a lonely one, but I am used to walking it alone. Still, you will all see. It may take some time, but I am confident. Man strives for progress, efficiency, purity. Sooner or later, everyone will get on board, whether they like it or not. Indeed they will. But I am glad you seem to understand. It is no small task to unchain your mind from the tendrils of oil and uneven heat. You are taking your first steps towards true freedom and bliss. Those two disrupted my ministry. If you'll excuse me, I must catch up on some things. You will return, yes? See you later, then.
The friar busies himself muttering a prayer under his breath, turning away from you and paging through what appears to be a manual of some kind.
Ah, Cherub. There you are. I am quite glad that you've returned. I've been sitting on some very big thoughts, and I haven't had the opportunity to express them until now. And as you can imagine, sitting on anything big for a long period of time makes me antsy. So, to begin, I've been thinking about you. Did you know that you can be unbelievably annoying? Oh yes, frustrating to the point of nausea. But I have to tell you, I like it. I know, that expression on your face, I'm assuming it's shock, yes? Amusement. That would most likely be my next guess, yes. I'm accustomed to seeing mostly awe, admiration, love, worship, etc. on the faces of folk in my audience, so I'm trying to get better at deciphering facial expressions that aren't that. Anyway, you're annoying, and I also like you. And I appreciate your, well, let's just call it what it is, friendship. So I'm wondering if you'd like to officially call yourself my friend. Do it we shall! The friendship, I mean, nothing else. Oh, nothing more. I mean, dear Barbara, you know what I mean. You and me against linoleum, Cherub. Ha!
Once again, Harper and Dirk are going at it when you walk up on them. This time, Dirk is the one shouting.
You need to let go of this stupid Chappie thing. I'm not him, and I never will be.
Don't you dare say his name. You could never be him.
I envy him, to tell you the truth. He finally escaped from you.
Harper is stunned into silence, her lower lip quivering for a moment before she points a finger at the door and screams.
Get out! Get out and go do whatever it is you do when you're living your double fucking life!
I can't wait to get out of here and not hear your shrill-ass voice! That's what I do when I'm away from you, by the way. I just enjoy the goddamn silence!
Go enjoy your goddamn silence then, you fucking asshole!
I will!
Dirk stomps away from Harper, stopping for a moment to look at you. He puts a hand on your shoulder, leaning in but still speaking loudly enough for Harper to hear.
Get away while you can, buddy. Don't let her get her claws into you. Trust me on that.
He walks away, flinching as Harper lets out a frustrated scream. The moment he's gone, Harper exhales, turning on a bright smile for you.
I'm so sorry you had to hear that. Dirky just gets so grumpy sometimes. Huh? Dirky? Oh, he doesn't mind. He just gets weird when other people are around. You say his name in the right tone, he'll let you call him anything. Oh, Dirky. You seem like someone who gets relationships. I've been thinking a lot about my relationship with Dirky lately. You'll listen to me, won't you? Oh, good. This way.
Harper grabs your hand, dragging you over to a quiet corner of the room, overturning a box to allow you to sit. She lies on the floor, as if she were at an actual therapist's office.
It all started a few years ago. A lot of things come through this laundry room, you know? You forget a lot of stuff in your pockets, sometimes you find it, sometimes you don't. And this time, you'd forgotten chapstick in your pocket. God, what a stick of chapstick he was. His name was Chappie, and he had the softest lips you can imagine. We spent weeks together. It was a real whirlwind romance. He started talking engagement towards the end, hoping maybe you'd forget a ring-shaped object in your pocket one of these days. Well, you found him again later, but I'm jumping ahead. Chappie had crawled back into the pocket of one of your pants. He liked the dark. It made him feel safe.
Harper sniffles, growing silent for a moment. When she speaks, her voice is filled with emotion.
And then you washed him. Washford and Drysdale brought him back to me. I'll never forget it. He was melted.
She lets out a sob.
He wasn't the same after that. I tried to keep things going.
Harper turns to you, sadness and anger in her eyes.
But you threw him away! It's too late now. But thanks. Anyway, ever since then, when Dirky gets washed by Washford and Drysdale, he leaves. And when he's up there in your closet, he pretends he doesn't know me. I've gone to see him so many times. I've cried and screamed and practically kicked his door down. Yeah, he is so toxic. I know that Dirky is cheating when he's up there. He calls himself Clarence and acts like he's so cool and above everybody else. Tell the truth, Dirky! I know you and those Hanks are getting it whenever you're up there. And he's got a stream of objects coming in and out of that closet. I know it! Because I do! Everyone's always like, oh, how do you know, Harper? How are you so sure?
She taps her temple.
Hamper's intuition, honey. I know how nasty he is. I know he can't go that long without getting some. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about our relationship lately. Obviously, I've done nothing wrong and never have. But I just love my Dirky so much. Even though he hurts me so. I just don't know what I should do. I just can't do that. Well, I guess I should go. Dirky could be doing God knows what out there. I gotta find him before he cheats on me.
She sits up, smiling cheerfully.
Thanks for listening. I feel so much better. Bye!
You've made some good friends inside here. I respect the hustle. In my view, friendship is all about good boundaries. Right in between the dizzying heights of love and the minefield of hatred. Would you like to go for a walk? You catch my meaning well. You could do all sorts of things inside me here. Practically my own little room. Spread your arms this way and that, jump up and down, sit and have a spot of tea. Oh, it's right fun, innit? I've been thinking of upgrading this to a real room in the house. I don't have the proper permits. Also on my door. Goodbye.